Hello everyone, welcome back to our channel, which name is Analytics Pro. So here under this playlist guys, we are going to cover only advanced concepts of Power BI in detail. In the previous tutorial guys, we have studied about data groups. I hope now you guys are clear with the concept of data groups, that how we can grouping the data and display in the visuals. And now in today's tutorial guys, we will talk about one more advanced topic of Power BI, which name is calculation groups. This calculation group feature are really powerful feature in Power BI that enhance your ability to perform consistent calculation across various measures. It saves lot of time and reduce error and make your data model more efficient. And now guys, let's move towards the Microsoft community page, and there we will understand some point of before using this calculation groups. So here we guys can see the definition of calculation group. This calculation groups can significantly reduce the number of redundant measures. Here redundancy means duplicacy, and you have to create by allowing you define DEX expression as calculation items that apply to the existing measures in your model. And now let's read some more about this calculation group. So here you guys can clearly see in the screenshot, this calculation group you can easily see here under this modeling tab. And one more important thing guys, which you guys need to keep in mind, if you guys are using calculation group, discourage the implicit measures property, and it will give you such kind of error. So basically it means guys, you can't use any implicit measure while using calculation group. You have to create explicit measure. Here I am not gonna explain the difference of implicit and explicit. This difference guys we have already cleared in Power BI full course tutorials. Those who have not accessed that playlist, I would recommend please go and watch that playlist. And now let's go towards the Power BI desktop and let's understand how we can use this calculation group in Power BI desktop. So here we have entered in Power BI desktop. So before understand this feature guys, let me show you the data set as well as our model. So firstly guys, let's move towards this table view. So here you guys can see we have taken sales table here. And here I have created one more table which name is date underscore table. So I have used calendar auto function to create this date table. So this thing guys, you have already aware about it, that how I have used this calendar auto function to create this table and what is the use of this calendar auto function here. And now let's go to this modeling view, and here you guys can see I have created a relationship between date to order date, which is one to many. And now let's talk about this calculation group feature. So this feature guys, you can only able to see here under this modeling tab. So here is the feature guys, which name is calculation group. So if you guys are not able to see this feature on your screen, so you have to follow some steps to enable this feature. And now I will tell you what steps you need to follow to enable this calculation group feature. So firstly guys, you need to go here under this file option, and here you need to click this options and settings. And now we need to click here on this options icon, and simply you need to search preview features. And the moment you click here on this preview features guys, so here you guys can see the list of features which we have already in the Power BI. And let me scroll it down, and here you guys can see this feature which is calculation group. So firstly you need to check this checkbox and click OK. And after that guys, you need to restart your application. And as soon you restart your application, so only then you will able to get to see this calculation group feature in modeling tab. So I have already enabled this setting, so you guys can follow the same steps and enable this calculation group feature. And now let's understand how we can use this calculation group. So before using calculation group guys, let me go to this report view and create some basic measures. So I will simply go here under this three dots and click here on the new measure. So let's say guys, my first measure name would be grand total, where I will take sum of sales, grand total. And here I will simply use sum function and take sales column here. And let me close this bracket and hit enter. Similar way, I will create one more explicit measure which is grand total of cost. So again I will go here under this three dots and click here on the new measure. And my measure name would be, let's say, total cost. And again I will use sum function here and simply take my column name which is cost and close the bracket and hit enter. So here guys, we have created two DAX function. One is for the grand total which is for the sales, and another is one for the total cost which is cost. And let's suppose guys, if you want to see dates MTD, YTD, QTD for the total sales, so you need to create 3 DAX function. In a similar way guys, if you want to see the dates YTD, QTD, MTD for the total cost, so again you need to create 3 more DAX function. And if you want to again create a dates MTD, YTD, QTD for the profit column, so you need to create 3 more DAX function. In this way, you need to create 9 DAX function, 3 DAX function for the sales column, 3 DAX function for the cost column, and next 3 DAX function for the profit column. And if you have more columns guys, so you need to create more DAX function. In this way, you need to create more and more calculation, and there will be a high redundancy of measures. So if you have such kind of problem guys, so this calculation group feature helps to resolve this problem. You only have to create only 3 measures, and these 3 measures guys, you can take any of the column. Either it could be sales, profit, revenue, cost, and so on. So now let's create calculation group and see this thing with practical. So let's go here under this model view and create calculation group. So here you guys can see the feature of calculation group. So for creating calculation group guys, simply click here on this 3 dot and click here on this new calculation group. And the moment you click here on the calculation group guys, so here you guys can clearly see the one measure is automatically here, which name is selected measure. So this selected measure guys is exactly work like a selected value function. With the help of selected value function guys, whatever the value you will select from your report, it will display only that particular value. In a similar way guys, if you use this selected measure guys, it will display the result according to the selected measure. And now guys, let's create dates QTD, dates YTD and dates MTD. And under these formulas guys, we will not take any expression parameter like sum of sales, sum of cost and so on. We always need to take this selected measure. So this thing guys, you need to keep in mind. And now let's create these 3 functions with the help of this selected measure. So what I will do guys, I will simply go here under this calculation item and click here on the 3 dots. And here I will select new calculation item. And now let me rename this measure name. Let's say dates MTD. And here I will simply write my DAX function, which is calculate. And under expression parameter guys, you need to take this same measure, which is selected measure. And now let me put it comma. And under filter expression guys, I will simply use my time intelligence function, which name is dates MTD. And under date parameter guys, I will take the date column, which is from the calendar auto table. So I'll simply write date. And here is my date table guys, and let me close this bracket and hit enter. In a similar way guys, I can create more DAX function. So again I will go to this calculation items and click here on the 3 dot and click here on this new calculated item. And now let me rename this measure name as dates QTD. And again I'll start with this calculate. And under expression parameter guys, I will take the same measure, which is selected measure. And now let me put it comma, and simply I will use my function name, which is dates QTD. And under date parameter guys, again I will take the date column from the date table and hit enter. And this time guys, let me copy this measure. So again I will simply go here under this 3 dot and click here on this new calculation item. And now let me paste it here. So let me simply rename the measure name. Let's say dates YTD. And again I will change the formula from here. Let's say dates YTD and hit enter. So here we guys can see we have created 4 measures here under this calculation group. The first measure name is selected measure, and the next measure names are MTD, QTD and YTD. And now guys, let's go back to this report view and apply this calculation group here under this visual. So this is the matrix visual guys, which I have taken from the visualization pane. So firstly guys, let me expand this table from here, and here under this row parameter guys, I can take any of the column. So I am taking this country column here. So I can see the list of all the countries which we have in our table. And under value parameter guys, I will simply take my measure name, which is grand total. And now let me select this measure and drag and drop it here under this values parameter. So here we guys can see the country wise sales. And now we guys wants to see the dates MTD, QTD, YTD only for this sales. So here I can use calculation group. So now let me expand this table and simply take this calculation group and drop here under this columns parameter. So here we guys can see dates MTD, QTD, YTD only for the country and its sales. So this formula works as per the total sales. In a similar way guys, if you want to check the dates MTD, QTD, YTD for the cost column guys, so what you need to do, you simply need to change the measure here under this values. So now let me remove this grand total measure from here, and simply here I will take total cost, which we have previously created with the help of sum of cost. So now let me select this measure and drop here under this values parameter. So this time we guys able to see MTD, QTD, YTD as per the cost. In a similar way guys, if you have other column like revenue, profit, so with the help of explicit measure guys, you can simply drop explicit measure here under this matrix visual, and with the help of calculation group, you can easily see MTD, QTD or YTD, or you guys can create any other measures or other logics. But you don't need to create more and more measures to display same kind of result. So I hope you guys are clear with the feature of calculation groups, that how this feature saves our lot of time and reduce error. And we can also perform many calculation across various measures. So for such kind of detailed learning guys, stay connected with us and kindly support this channel. And those who are new to this channel, kindly hit the like, share and subscribe. And don't forget to press this bell icon guys, else you will miss an update. And those who wants to learn Power BI or SQL from scratch, so you guys can follow this free YouTube channel, which name is Analytics Pro. And if you scroll it down guys, so here you guys can see we have a full course Power BI playlist where I have explained each and every concept about Power BI in detail. And if you click here on this playlist button guys, so you guys will get to see multiple playlists are here. This is the Power BI full course playlist, and these are the advanced concepts of Power BI where you guys can take the knowledge of advanced concepts of Power BI. And we have this Power BI with SQL playlist where you guys can learn all the concepts of SQL from scratch. So you guys can start your SQL journey with this free YouTube channel. And along with that guys, we have this visualization playlist and we have this DAX expression playlist where we have covered most of the DAX functions from scratch which are majorly used in your projects. And here under this playlist, I am also trying to cover all the differences of DAX functions which is majorly asked in an interviews. And very soon guys, I will add some more playlists so that you guys can take better understanding of the analytical skills. And for the job seekers guys, we have this free Telegram group where I'm keep posting latest Power BI jobs opening, as well as you will also find some latest interview question and answers which recently asked by an interviewer. So you don't need to pay anything to anyone. But those who are looking only live sessions, so we guys also conduct live training and sessions where we prepare candidates from scratch till intermediate level with some scenarios, real-time projects, assignments, notes and so on. And we also provide placement assistance with the help of WhatsApp group where you will get to see some HR emails, contact number and so on. And you guys can also follow us on Insta as well as Facebook. So all the links I will share under the description box. You guys can follow us there. So for free learners guys, you guys can follow this Analytics Pro, and for the live training and sessions, you guys can connect me any of the platform. Thank you so much guys for your more love and support. Keep learning and keep growing. Thank you so much.